Okay, so this is going to be my big shout out answer. The question asks, were there people who were particularly strong influences on your life and your way of thinking? And so, before I begin, there may be some people that I don't mention who have definitely touched my life, and I like to think that everyone I come in contact shapes me in one way or another, in slight little variations of the direction of my life. But yeah, without further ado, the list of shoutouts. Um, One, a lot of the social activists of the past, to be cliche, Gandhi, Martin Luther King Jr., um, and maybe more surprisingly, Malcolm X. In I believe 10th grade, I read the autobiography of Malcolm X, and the reason that he became such a strong influence on me was that I read that entire book, and all I saw was passion. Passion, passion, passion for what he believed in, what he was trying to do, how he felt, and what contributed to his drive to do things. I may have already said that. But then also at the end of the autobiography, even though he has so much passion for one direction, he has an experience when he was traveling abroad. I believe it was when he was making his pilgrimage, and he saw that there were all these different people, and everyone was coming together under a single vision. So even though he had all this one passion for this one cause, this one experience was able to tweak him, and he shifted his passion, and he was able to incorporate that experience into how he saw his life. So for me, this was, it's stuck with me until today. So what I draw from that is, it's amazing to see someone with so much passion for what they do, but then also to see that, as one of my professors stated at the end of his lectures, it's hard to change your convictions. And for me, that's what Malcolm X did. He was able to change his convictions from one of purely, supporting, his ethnicity, and at least what I got from the beginning half of the book, that singular drive, to seeing that, wait, there's some common ground. There is ways that everyone can be incorporated under the same vision, the same drive. And there's something to gain from diversity, and that passion and the ability to change direction of that passion but still maintain that drive is something that stuck with me. And just for those people that I don't have names for, but that encourage me, are the artists and the scientists of the past and today, because those two forces combined have shaped human civilization, human society, human direction throughout time. And I'm humbled and inspired by artists, and I'm humbled and inspired by scientists and the knowledge that they bring to the table. So thank you to all you artists and all you scientists out there. And then mentors, I'd like to give specific shout outs to Yin Greengrass Liu. I know you know that you have been a wonderful impact on my life, and I want to thank you for all that you've given me and all that you've taught me and all that I know I'll continue to learn from you. And also Harold Scorpio Tan. You've been also a wonderful introduction in my life, and I know that we'll continue to work together to make a better world. And as far as heroes, this may sound completely cliche, but all the teachers in my life, because it's one of those things where you don't realize how important they were to my life and my way of thinking until, several years down the line, when you can look back at that entire string of life and say, wow, that shaped the now. So Ms. Burke, thank you for letting us color in the rainbow as we finished our homework. I still remember. Ms. Gallagher, I know that's not your last name, but thank you for doing cartwheels whenever you were proud of what the class achieved, as long as you were wearing jeans. I remember. um, Thank you to Ms. Billick for introducing drama into my life and making me feel more confident in public. Thank you to um, Mr. Richards for providing humor in all your physics classes and um, giving us, some cynical and cynicism in our lives. Thank you to Ms. Metz for introducing me to psychology. I'm now a cognitive science major, so I enjoyed your class. I got something from it, and I find it completely applicable to life. Thank you, Ms. Williams, for making calculus fun. Thank you, Mr. Fu, for giving me photography. And I was scared of art. I knew that I kind of liked it, but I didn't think I was good at it. Photography was my, let's blend humanities with science and photography, and I just had a great time finally being able to express a creative side of me, and that's led me to pursue creative interests in my life from that point on. So thank you. Thank you, Mr. Bescher, for making social studies fun, world history fun, and just providing a positive light in my life. Thanks for attending dinner with me at the senior honors dinner. And thank you, Mr. Field, for getting me into a leadership role and supporting me through that process. And I'm glad that we still keep in touch and that I'm able to learn from you still and talk to you about teaching. And boy, there's a lot of teachers in my life, and all of you have been so influential. And I just want to thank you for the work that you do. And I know that sometimes it's a thankless job, but I want to say that as a student, I'm completely thankful for your efforts and your drive and your passion and your vision for a better world, which is through education. And that has come to me to be a very strong influence on my life and the way I think that, almost education solves everything. And I see it as fundamental to creating a better world. So thank you. And you've definitely been an influence on my life. And lastly, I got to do the extra cliche thing of saying thank you, Mom, Dad, and Elise, my family, for providing inspiration, heroism, and mentorship to my life. Learning from all three of you and having your support has really been an inspiration for me to continue with what I do in the direction that I'm going. So I think that for the most part, to keep it kind of condensed, is my shout out and my thank you to everyone who has inspired me and been a hero and mentor in my life. And know that I'm just incredibly thankful that you've been a part of me and making who I am, and I can take that with me to what I'm going to become. So, thank you. Another person that I would like to say has influenced me is someone who's very special to me. She's been in my life for about almost 2 years now, and Alice Otterpop Chen, you have influenced me because in my streak towards changing the world, you've brought it back to the core of why I do what I do, and that is people and their relationships. And especially recently, you've influenced me because you've helped me to better plan and better think ahead to how I'm going to get to where I want to go, as well as always bringing it back to the fact that it's not always about the bigger picture. That bigger picture is there because of the smaller things and the people that we're all close to. So I want to thank you for influencing me in that way.